Coffee?
Please. No, thank you.
Pardon?
I don't want a coffee, Geoffrey.
But you just said...
I've changed my mind.
But you always have a coffee, Beryl, every day.
Yeah, well, I do want a coffee, Geoffrey.
Ah, you've changed your mind again.
It's just that I don't really need a coffee.
Oh. Some sort of trick, isn't it?
No. No, it's 5 new pence a cup.
Well, I get the coffees in Beryl every day.
2 cups, 10 new pence a day, 50 new pence a week. That's about £25 a year. Well, think what we could buy with that.
2 cups of coffee every day.
I mean for the house. Or the flat. Or the wigwam, Geoffrey, but we've got to have somewhere to live next April when we're wife and man.
Man and wife.
What's the difference?
Well, unfortunately, Beryl, men do get regrettable urges to Percy filth after eating egg and cress sandwiches.
Geoffrey, please refrain from fondling my left kneecap.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm practising gear changes. Up into second, across into third.
Geoffrey, you're being devious.
Underhanded.
In a respectable sandwich bar. Jeffrey.
You've not swiveled your leg away, Beryl, to signify disapproval.
Honestly, what egg and sex sandwich?
Cress, Beryl. Egg and cress?
If you've done, Chuck, and we've got a bit of a stampede on today.
2 coffees, please.
You're a pretty cool chick yourself, kid. A thought has just struck. How are you fixed for Thursday? Oh, somewhere exotic. Have you ever been around the back of our city?
I'll take 5 and blow the scene, man.
Oh, what's the matter?
Well, it's private. It's a bird, isn't it?
It's not a bird, it's Beryl. Hang on, Chunky Chop's freak face has just walked in.
Thank you, Roland.
It's a groovy doll, that.
Hello, Beryl. Freak face the fiancé speaking. Yeah, Roland says you're a groovy doll, Beryl. Right. Beryl says you're a gas.
Oh?
Oh, well, yeah, I suppose he must be if you say so, Beryl.
What?
Dead drooly. What? Oh, we always go to the pictures on Tuesday. Well, I know we don't need to go, Beryl, but all night? Well, no, I haven't got anything against your mother's television set, Beryl, but it's just that she... Is she?
Going out?
Oh, well, yeah, you're right, Beryl. I mean, we may want to go, but do we really need to go? I do you too. Bye. Do you fancy Beryl, Roland?
Oh, you're my best mate, Geoffrey, and Beryl's your bird.
Well, you can still fancy her, can't you?
I could do and I would do, but I don't, because I don't, right?
Why not? There's lots of blokes higher up when I take her out. Oh, she's, all right, isn't she, Roland?
Pure caramel.
I mean, I only asked because she seems to think you're all right.
Oh, she's just trying to mix it, put the thumbs in.
What do you mean?
She's desperate to get married.
Oh, now, come on, Roland. I mean, Beryl might want to get married, but she's certainly not desperate.
She is as desperate as a packet of poison, mate.
Well, I don't understand why she's trying to mix...
Because a fella's best mate, Geoffrey, is a bird's biggest threat. Who might persuade you not to get married? Me, Beryl's mum, or Beryl? Oh, forget it.
Well, what's all that are you fixed for Thursday round the back of our settee about, then?
It's called knocking yourself out trying to think of something to say.
I don't see Beryl Thursdays. Thursday's my night off.
I know.
She always steams her face on Thursdays. Well, to cleanse the skin of impurities.
It doesn't take all night to squeeze out a few blackheads.
Just you say that again, Roland.
Well, it doesn't take all night to squeeze out a few blackheads.
All right.
Oh, it's a definite type of bird, is that? They always steam their face on Thursdays, always shave their legs on Fridays, always soak their corns on Saturdays.
I happen to love Beryl, Roland, warts and all.
And what night does she do them?
That doesn't deserve an answer, Roland.
And that's what people say when they can't give one, Geoffrey. Anyway, how do you know that it's love?
Love defies description, Roland. It's a feeling. It's a hungry burning deep down inside of you.
Yearning. Huh? Hungry yearning deep down inside of you. Hungry burnings, indigestion.
Look, do you mind if we just drop the subject?
Great, fine by me.
Right.
Right. You see? She's screwing things up between us already.
She's not a she, Roland. She's a Beryl.
There you are. Now, how are you fixed for Thursday night?
Second leg with Spartak. You and me.
Well, it's not for me and she.
Oh, Geoffrey. Oh, Geoffrey. Ooh, you're where it's all at, aren't you? All the wow.
Yeah. All the what?
All the wow.
You've changed a bit recently, haven't you, Beryl?
I've not really changed, Geoffrey.
Well, on careful reflection, Beryl, you'll find that this is the first time you've had me pinned down on this settee.
The flame needs the moth, Geoffrey, just as much as the moth needs the flame.
There's no answer to that.
Except...
Oh, it's a great way of saving money too, isn't it, Beryl?
Yeah.
Which we started saving 6 months ago.
Geoffrey!
Well, I was only thinking of further economy measures, Beryl.
You were only thinking of trying to take my bra off, Geoffrey.
Yeah, well, if we took it off, it'd save on the general wear and tear of bras. I mean, it's not a physical thing, Beryl. I mean, once you've seen one, you've seen them all.
What?
Thing is...
If you mean bras, Geoffrey, then say bras.
I don't think I do.
Well, you may think you've seen them all, Geoffrey Scrimgeour, but you've certainly never seen mine.
Well, they haven't perfected it yet.
What?
See-through tarpaulin. Hey, why aren't you angry, Beryl?
They're not worth getting angry about.
What do you mean?
Oh, honestly, they're really your big hangover, aren't they?
Hang up, not hangover, and they're not.
You think I'm old-fashioned, don't you?
No, I don't.
You do. All right, then.
What are you doing?
Stripping off.
What for?
For you.
Oh, no, come on, Beryl, stop it.
Geoffrey, I'm only doing what you've shown an express interest in doing for the last 391 days.
Oh, well, that's different.
Why?
Well, I don't want it on a plate, Beryl. I want to cook it myself.
Just ignore me. I won't be but a moment. Good evening, Geoffrey. Is it a fall or a submission?
Hello, Mrs. Battersby.
You're supposed to be out making lampshades for redundant pit ponies.
Anyone can forget a lampshade, Beryl. It's a perfectly normal human failing.
I'm quite forgetful myself at times, Mrs. Battersby.
Oh, that won't do, Geoffrey. You must learn to concentrate. It's just behind you, love. Would you mind passing it over?
Certainly, Mrs. Battersby. Your lampshade is my command.
Not that one, Geoffrey. Down by the side.
Ah. Oh. Here you are, Mrs. Battersby.
Thank you.
Power to the people.
Well, make the most of it while you can.
Aren't you bringing it back then, Mrs. Battersby?
I'm talking about being engaged, Geoffrey. Make the most of it while you can.
Oh, thank you.
I've been engaged myself, you know. Oh, yes, it's rather like the calm before the storm.
I had heard that parents, once upon a time, used to let engaged couples sleep together. Mrs. Battersby. In the same bed with a plank down the middle to separate them.
Is there nothing nice on television, Beryl?
Bundling.
I beg your pardon?
Well, that's what it was called, bundling. These parents letting their sleep bundling.
I'm not surprised. You didn't tell me Geoffrey was such a mine of vile information, Beryl. I saw Mrs. Garstang today, Beryl. Their June's just got engaged to a joiner. And the things he's done for Mrs. Garstang. Completely gutted the kitchen. Built beautiful wall units all the way round. He's building a storm porch for her this weekend.
If ever you want to open a bank account, Mrs. Battersby, please. I've got a feeling your mother will never love me like a joiner-in-law. What are you doing?
Making a mini.
But that looks like,
A tea towel. Well, we've got to save where we can, Geoffrey.
We're not saving much on tea towels, are we? Seems a bit drastic, doesn't it?
Why don't you have a look what's on the telly?
Do you like Roland Beryl?
He's all right, if you like oil wells.
Pardon?
He gushes a lot.
Not, dead drooly?
Oh, that was me just being polite on the telephone, Geoffrey, for your sake. I mean, you keep telling me he's your best friend.
He is.
Right, well, you don't want me to insult your best friend, do you?
No.
Right. Anything on?
Show jumping. Every time I switch on these days, there seem to be horses jumping over giant Lego sets.
What's on the other side?
That is the other side.
Well, do you want to make a cup of tea?
Well, I want to make one, Beryl, but do I really need to make one?
Yeah.
I agree. I'm not very good at it, though.
Well, it'd be good practice for when we get married. You know, lots of husbands get up first thing in the morning and make tea for the wives. Oh, you'll find a penny hanging up behind the kitchen door, love. I only don't want you to spoil your suit, Geoffrey. I mean, I can't stand seeing men with pennies on. Not even husbands. Because I didn't want you to spoil your suit, Geoffrey. I mean, that suit has got to last us a bit longer, hasn't it?
I'm thinking of making myself a double-breasted bath towel.
Oh, you're joking. And all morning I thought you'd probably be spitting tacks.
Cress.
Look. Good for you, loads of iron. Open wide. Love you.
Love you.
When did you first fall in love with me?
Well, I didn't actually fall in love with you all at once, Beryl. I mean, nothing went boing like it's supposed to do.
Oh.
Well, I did wait for something to go boing.
Well, if nothing went boing, Geoffrey, something must have eventually gone clunk.
Toshak, right in the centre of the net.
Oh. I'm sorry, Geoffrey, but I don't quite follow.
It started with a high cross from Steve Highway. Liverpool were leading 2-0 at half-time, and I said to myself, hey, they've got the wind in their favour, and I think I definitely love Beryl.
It's not quite what most girls dream of, Geoffrey. I mean, how do you know it's love?
It is.
Well, what's it feel like?
Hungry burning deep down inside of you.
Pardon?
A hungry, burning yearning deep down inside of you. See, Beryl, love scored the last goal.
Ah, little cuddle Tom. I bet you're only saying that because I've got £42 in the post office.
I didn't know you had, Beryl.
I haven't now. I've drawn it all out.
Hey, it's not safe carrying large sums around in your handbag, Beryl.
Be safer in a bank, wouldn't it, Geoffrey? Is your bank safe, Geoffrey?
Well, we do have £2,000 million deposited with us.
Right. Well, that's £2,000 million plus my £42 plus this week's wages. £12.43 new pence after stoppages.
Mr. Molyneux, the manager, always falls about when we get a new account.
My mum's been very good to us, Geoffrey. I usually give her £4 a week for me keep, but she says that we can save it up now we're getting married.
Oh.
And I'm determined to try and manage off £2 a week, bus fares and lunches.
What about makeup things?
Well, I've got Iris Underwood's eyeshadow. She's gone country girl. I've got Brenda Cheatham's mascara. She's going steady with a skin diver and they mostly meet underwater. That's a present from my mum. And that's a present I bought my mum, which she doesn't like because it's too obvious for a widow. Suppose if I slogged away all week in a bank, I'd earn pots more than £12.43 new pence. If I did your job...
A bit more.
£5 a week, bit more?
Jumping, Martin Chivers, is that the time? Well, if you're ready, Beryl.
Geoffrey, we've got 10 minutes yet.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Great. Are you needing, wanting, craving or gasping for a cup of coffee, Beryl?
No, not now you mention it. You are clever, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. I bet you must get paid at least £10 a week more than a dizzy little thing like me.
Thereabouts.
Thereabouts?
Well, I get paid monthly, Beryl. I'd have to work it out.
How much do you give your dad for your keep?
Ah, well, I pay him weekly.
Yeah, well, I mean, how much do you pay him weekly? It's not a secret, is it?
About £8.
About £8?
Yeah.
You don't know exactly?
Well, exactly. I mean, the actual amount which I actually give him weekly, £4.
Overture of beginners, please. Last call.
Pardon?
You're on, Geoffrey. Another opening, another show.
What are you talking about?
Oh, the heavy mob's in Bugsy Battersby.
Beryl? Hello, Beryl.
Geoffrey.
No, you don't have to talk down there, Beryl. I can hear you through the glass.
Well, I've been thinking about bank accounts, Geoffrey, and I'm sure you're quite right. The best thing to do is to open one right away.
Without delay.
Jointly.
Pardon?
We'll open a joint bank account.
But I've already got a bank account, Beryl.
A joint bank account is the best way of knowing where we're up to. You see, I can put my wage in every week, less £2, and you can put your monthly salary in.
Less, £2. I can't manage on £2 a week, Beryl. I'll give me Dad £4.
Yeah, after you've paid your dad.
Well, I've got several sundry expenses, Beryl. I mean, razor blades, for example. I mean, I buy a lot of razor blades.
Razor blades aren't really a considerable sundry expense, Geoffrey.
Well, it's not very fair, though, is it, Beryl? I mean, you put £13 a week odd in and draw out 2, and I put 20 odd in and still draw out 2.
Geoffrey, we're saving up to get married. We're not drawing divvy out of the co-op. And a joint bank account is to provide for our joint happiness and joint home together.
Well, I'm being penalised for things I don't do. I mean, I don't smoke.
I don't.
I don't drink much.
I don't.
I don't.
I don't.
If I did, I'd need at least £5 a week.
Geoffrey, you do realise that next April you'll be endowing me with all your worldly goods. Only I won't want it to come as a terrible shock.
I'm very low on worldly goods, Beryl.
I mean, there is a story going around that husbands are actually supposed to support wives.
I have every intention of supporting you, Beryl, but I'll need your wage as well.
Right, there you are then, our first wage packet.
Ah, well, before we actually jump into a joint account together, Beryl, I think we ought to discuss it at great length.
Right, I'm all ears and lip reader.
Ah, well, not now, Beryl, because I'm jeopardising my generous staff pension. Our generous staff pension, and a man without a generous staff pension gets all lined and wrinkled at the age of 35.
All right, then we'll talk about it tonight.
It's Thursday. I don't see you Thursday.
Oh, that was before we were engaged.
Well, I always catch up on my reading on Thursdays. I mean, what, 8 3/4 bearer notes.
Well, look, if you're not going out tonight, Geoffrey, why don't you bring your books round? And then after we've talked, you can study.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, great.
Everything all right, number one?
No. I'm sorry, Roland. Can't come tonight.
What? Missing the eagerly awaited clash between Polish club Spartak fighting to retain the cup for a second year and Malcolm Allison's mission to make Main Road its new home?
But there's more to life than football, Roland.
Talking about it, reading about it, thinking about it, what the hell's wrong here?
Nothing.
Oh, right. I believe you. Oh, me and him do, don't we?
Look, you can always sell the ticket outside the ground, can't you?
I don't want to sell the ticket. I just want somebody to go with.
A friend of yours phoned about half an hour ago.
Oh?
Yeah, your best friend. The one beyond all reproach, the nation's little sweetheart.
Roland? Oh, what did he, Was he trying to get hold of me?
You don't see me on Thursdays, Geoffrey.
Till tonight?
Roland knows you don't see me on Thursdays, Geoffrey.
Then why did he phone me here?
If you take off those rose-coloured blinkers, Geoffrey, you'd see that Roland phoned here because he thought I might well be free tonight.
Free for what?
Free to go to a football match with him and then to cut out a slice of the action in a very dark discotheque.
Oh, you know, Roland chats up the birds on the blower all the time. I mean, it's just him doing his own thing. I mean, he probably phoned because... He asked how you were fixed for Thursday on the phone, didn't he?
As far as friends go, Geoffrey, it's about time that Roland crawled back under the stone where his real friends are.
And all the time he said you were trying to break up a friendship between me and him. And yet all the time he's trying to come between me and you. How'd you handle him on the phone?
I said I'd meet him outside Main Road just before 7:30.
I'm not with you.
I'm not with him either. With a bit of luck, I've kept him hanging about. He might even miss some of the match. Geoffrey, you're not thinking of going to...
Yes, I am, Beryl, if he's still there.
Geoffrey, I don't think you should go...
Shut up, Beryl. You're my bird, and nobody moves in on my bird and gets away with it, right? Right.
Yes, Geoffrey. Geoffrey, we were going to talk about opening a joint bank account.
Call in tomorrow, we'll do it then.
Yes, Geoffrey. Geoffrey! Don't do anything violent, will you?
I'll handle this my own way, Beryl. Hi there. Have we missed much? Oh, only a couple of minutes.
Hello, Beryl.
Hello, Mum.
Geoffrey not here?
Yeah, he was here.
And did you talk about a joint bank account, love?
Yeah, we're opening one tomorrow.
Oh, that's good. Did Geoffrey go home, Beryl?
No. He'd arranged to go to a football match with Roland.
Oh.